Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Connecting to Your Inner Wisdom with Donna. It's such a pleasure to see you all here tonight. For those of you that I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognised kinesiologist, and I'm here on a Wednesday night at 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, offering free micro-kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. So I am coming in live from StreamYard, so you may have to give permission for your comments to come through. So just in case you see something pop up, that'll be what it's about. Hi Lisa, hi Nicole, hi Max. Please, as you come in, please let me know where you are coming in from. We are a global community, and it's always such a pleasure to sort of know where we're all coming in from as we join together in this space. So I am coming in from Brisbane in Australia, and so it's been some lovely winter weather on this side of town today, so it's been really lovely. Hey Nicole from Montreal and Lisa from New Zealand, it's an absolute pleasure to be with you here tonight. So let me explain a little bit about what I'm offering. Hey Kylie. So as an internationally recognised kinesiologist, tonight I'm offering free micro-kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. So I'll give you a bit of an explanation about what that is, and then you can let me know in the comments which one you might prefer. So if you're after a chakra balance, then what I do is tune into your energy, and then I scan through your chakras for you and let you know which chakras are showing stress. Then I'll look at which is the priority chakra for you to get some support with tonight, and then dive into that a little bit deeper, and then offer you a balance around that. If you're after an emotional balance, then once again, I tune into your energy, and then using the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart, I have a look at which element, meridian, and core emotion is coming up for you for some support tonight. Then we dive into that a little bit deeper, and then again, I offer you a balance around that. So please to let me know as you come in which one you would prefer. So hi Alicia from South Africa, and Ralda from Darwin in Northern Territory. I lived up in the NT for a couple of years. I lived in Kakadu, which was really cool. Hey Karen, New South Wales, Shell Harbour. I hope you're keeping well. Fantastic. Lots of people from South Africa. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you tonight. So please do let me know if you'd like an emotional balance or a chakra balance. And I do go where I'm guided. So I don't necessarily go in chronological order. I definitely do go where I am guided. Hey Pixie. As a kinesiologist, I use lots of different tools to support you in your balance. And so you'll see me refer off to different things that I've got set up around me, different resources that I've got set up around me to do that for you. If you are keen on some support and I don't get to you on the live tonight, please also feel free to make contact with me through my Facebook page, which is Unleash Your Vitality Kinesiology. You can send me a PM or just book in for an appointment directly from there if you want. I do offer different range of different appointments. So I did do, by popular request from this particular live, open up and offer like a micro kinesiology balance appointment because there was a number of people that were trying to get through and weren't able to get through. So I opened that up. So if you're needing some help, please know that's there for you. And I also do lots of Zoom balances. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are. If you need that support, then you can definitely access it. Alrighty, so let's jump in, shall we? So let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Won't be a second. Alright, so I'm just going through once again. I'll just go where I'm guided. Okay, so Alicia, you've come up, I've been guided to you to offer you a balance tonight. Can you please let me know, I'm just going to scooch through and have a look if you have mentioned which one you would like. Okay, so you've mentioned that you'd like a reading. So I don't actually offer readings in this particular live. So what I do offer is micro kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. So let's see, what I might do is I'll tune into your energy, and as I tune in, if you can let me know if you'd prefer a chakra balance or a if you prefer a chakra balance or an emotional balance, that'd be great. So I'm just reading a comment here from Zita. Donna, I want to thank you so much for your kindness and support and your help. You took extra time to give me a balance. I really needed in the last lockdown in Melbourne. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Oh, Zita, you're more than welcome. I'm so glad it helped you. I'm so glad it helped you. Okay. So fantastic. Great. Thanks, Alicia. So what I will do is just start tuning into your energy now. And you would like a chakra balance. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Zita, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. So Alicia, just as I tune into your energy, just offering you some support through your throat chakra. So what's really important in kinesiology is, and particularly when I'm offering healing through sort of remote, is that we make sure that connection is as strong as possible. Because with kinesiology, I'm actually guided by you, by your innate awareness and by your subconscious as to what you need. So what I'm getting is, in order to connect with you and have that really strong connection with you tonight, just some support through your throat chakra. So if you can please say for me, I am truth. I am truth. Okay. And I'll see just offering you some support through your heart chakra. So you'll see me moving my hand around, and what I'm doing is I'm actually touching very specific acupressure points from traditional Chinese medicine, just to make sure and confirm that our connection is as strong as possible. Okay, so just checking your central meridian and your governing meridian, which is all good. Hey, Helen. Okay, and hydration is great. So, Alicia, we are set to go. Checking on you again. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So, Alicia, I'm just going to scan through your chakras now and let you know which chakras are showing stress, if any. So, crown, brow. So, your brow chakra has indicated some stress for you. Throat, heart, your heart chakra, your sacral chakra, and your base chakra. So it was your brow, your heart, your sacral, and your base chakra are all indicating some stress for you tonight. So I'll just have a look at which is the priority one for us to dive deeper into for you. Are we diving deeper into the brow? Brow. Okay. So it is the brow chakra, Alicia, which is the priority. So we'll dive deeper into that one for you. Okay. All right. So the brow chakra, also the third eye chakra. So does Alicia need to say the affirmation? Yep. Okay. So Alicia, there's an affirmation for you to say. We need to say it twice. So can you please repeat after me? I trust my intuition. I trust my intuition. Okay. And so it's the outward expression of the brow chakra that's indicating stress for you tonight, Alicia. So let's just dial into that one a bit deeper for you. So intuition is showing some stress. Living mindfully, so mindfulness would be of benefit for you. Just feeling sort of disconnected. Okay. Okay. All right, so Alicia, I'm just checking a few more details for you. So what's coming up for you is stress around the outward expression of the brow chakra. In particularly, what's indicating for you is around intuition. So intuition is showing a stress from a kinesiology perspective. Mindfulness is showing stress, so that would be of benefit for you to do. And what I'm also getting for you is just feeling like off kilter, off center, not grounded. So that's kind of what I'm getting, the feeling that's coming through for you. Is just that you're not quite in full alignment and quite centered, which would be why your intuition is showing stress, because when you're not feeling centered and grounded and strong in where you are, then the intuition, we can sort of start to guess ourselves. But I'll just dive into it. So the third eye chakra, so the brow chakra, is a powerful energy source. So that's indicating stress for you because it has to do with our intuition, which indicated stress for you, which is believed to be our connection to the divine. We see with our insight and we intuit from our gut feelings. And so the gut feeling was indicating stress for you. When we are in alignment, this inner knowing is easy to feel and follow. And so that's showing stress for you. So it's what I've mentioned before, that it was coming through. It's just like feeling out of alignment so that you're not able to easily intuit and follow your gut feeling. And this can become out of balance. We've been led to believe that our ideas are not valid. And so that indicated stress for you. Or when our gut feelings and sense of truth have been denied by others, that didn't indicate for you. So when this chakra is out of balance, we can tend to doubt ourselves. We can struggle with our self-worth because we have a hard time seeing the bigger picture, and that indicated for you. We can often feel that things are hopeless or insignificant, and we can lack trust in our ability to make good decisions. So Lucy, the only thing that indicated out of that for you was lacking our trust to make good decisions. We fail to hear or follow the inner wisdom that we all have, but don't always trust. And so that is indicating some stress for you. Okay. All right. So is there anything else for Alicia for tonight? Indicate change of yes? No. Are you okay to move on to balance? Wonderful. So for Alicia, is the balance a chakra? I'm working with the chakra. Yep. So crown, brow. Okay. All right. So Alicia, what's come up for you to help balance that, the stress around your brow chakra, I can feel the energy moving, is actually working directly with your brow chakra. And that's not always the case. Sometimes it could be working with a different chakra, and sometimes it's a completely different balance altogether. But for you tonight, it is working with the brow chakra. But I'm definitely getting through mindfulness would be really good for you. If you're interested in that, it would be a benefit for you to help you like regroup and recenter, like slow life down a little bit. Even though the pace doesn't necessarily slow, you can slow down your perception of it. So it's definitely feeling a lot lighter now. Okay, all right. So Alicia, you requested a chakra balance. I'll just scan through those other chakras for you. Heart, sacral, base. Okay, wonderful. So I didn't want to leave you in the lurch there. So I just went and double checked all the other chakras that indicated stress for you, and they're all fine now. So which ones they were was the brow chakra, the heart chakra, the sacral chakra, and the base chakra. The brow was the priority, and it was the outward expression of the brow chakra. And to help balance that was working directly with the brow chakra. And then I went back and checked those other chakras for you, and they're showing no stress now. So often what happens from a kinesiology perspective is that we work with the priority, and that has a flow-on effect. But we always loop it back around and double check that for you. So Lucy, I hope that was a benefit for you tonight, and I'm just going to end our connection now. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's have a look through. For those of you that have just joined in, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognised kinesiologist, and on a Wednesday night at 8:30, I offer free micro-kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. And I also offer appointments face-to-face in Brisbane or remotely via Zoom across the world. I've got some beautiful clients from all over the world. I'm very blessed. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so Lisa, you have indicated I've been guided to you for balance. So I'm just trying to remember off memory. I think I saw your comment come through that you're coming in from New Zealand, but I'm just trying to remember what balance that you were after. So if you see the comment, please let me know. Okay. Please let me know if you are still with us, Lisa. All right. Okay, so while I'm waiting to hear from Lisa, I might just keep having. So I'll just write your name down, Lisa, just in case there's a delay in my comments. And just to keep things moving. Nicole, hello, it has been so long. And I've actually been guided towards you. So please do let me know in the comments what you would like. So Nicole from Montreal. Okay, so I'm just going to scan through, Nicole, and just see if you've mentioned if you have a preference for an emotional balance or a chakra balance. So thank you all very much for your patience. Okay, so Lisa, I can see you after emotional. The comments do move quite quickly, so it can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, but a very blessed challenge, so it's all good. Okay, so just having a look through. So Nicole, okay. So Nicole, if you would like to let me know in the comments what you would like. In the interim, I'll pop back up to Lisa for an emotional balance. Okay. Okay, so Lisa, I'm just going to tune into your energy now. So I'll just pop your name back up just so that you know this one is for you. So tuning into your energy now, Lisa. Wonderful. Okay. So again, I'm just going to touch the very particular traditional Chinese medicine acupressure points just to make sure our connection is as strong as possible, Lisa, and just giving you some support through your throat chakra as I tune into your energy. Okay. And so, Lisa, just offering you some support through your heart chakra as well, just as we get in a bit closer. So I know that we've got a lot happening around the world at the moment. So if you are feeling in need of support and I don't get to you on the live tonight, please feel free to message me and we can organise an appointment. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. And even if our timing is a little bit skewy between Australia and where you are, we can work together to organise a time for you to get that support that you need. Okay. Okay, so Lisa, just checking your central meridian. That's coming up fine. And your governing meridian. Okay. And hydration. Wonderful. Okay. So Lisa, you were after an emotional balance. So just moving now to the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart. So are we working with the element of fire, earth, metal, water? Okay. So Lisa, we're working with the water element, kidney, bladder, the bladder meridian. And I'll just have a look through and see which is your core emotion that's coming up for you tonight to get some support with. Okay. And Lisa, anxiety is coming up for you tonight as indicating stress for you to have some support with. So we'll just dive into that one a little bit deeper for you. Okay. So is it anxiety in the past, in the present? So it's coming up with anxiety in the present. Okay, in a situation. And Lisa, I'm just checking in on you again, just to make sure our connection is still okay. Just checking in if you need any additional support. And it's all showing okay for you, which is good. Okay, so it's coming up with a stress around the emotion of anxiety in the present time and related to a situation. And I'm just going to see if there's anything that might be hindering you being able to release some of the stress around that emotion tonight. So for Lisa, is there any dynamics? Yep. Okay. All right. So what can happen is, you know, as humans, we all have very different ways of dealing with emotions. We can sort of suppress them, or we can avoid them, we can deny them. I mean, we are creative, right? We can do so many different things. But what's really important is that whatever we're doing in order to cope at the moment, in that particular moment, is that we do take the time at some time to come back around and clear the stress around that emotion, just to make sure that it's not storing any anxiety or stress around emotions in our body that may impact our health in the future. And so what's come up for you, Lisa, is some suppression around the emotion of anxiety. So we've got an affirmation to say together twice. So I'll say it slowly and you can repeat it after me. So if you can please say for me, it is safe and appropriate for my feelings of anxiety to emerge. So it is safe and appropriate for my feelings of anxiety to emerge. And what that's really doing is recognizing that the emotion is there. So sort of bringing that back in doesn't mean we have to double over and sort of pain or panic or in this particular case, anxiety, in order to help release that. It just is like acknowledging that it's there so that we can help release some of that stress for you tonight. Okay, so are you ready to move on to a balance now for Lisa around emotions? Indicate change if yes. Okay, and is the emotion chakra? Yes, it is. Okay, so Lisa, what's coming up for you tonight to give you some support around releasing the stress around the emotion of anxiety is the vibration of sound. So is it dependent? And it's the sound of the vibration between two particular meridians. So I'll get the tuning forks out in a moment. But in the interim, can you please pop down for me if you are left or right-handed? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch some traditional Chinese medicine alarm points to determine which meridian, which cross-section of meridian is the vibration that you need to offer you some support with that tonight. Okay. So lung, pericardium, heart, stomach. Okay, so I'm not tall enough for you all to see the different alarm points that I'm touching, but you'll probably see these top ones. So lung, pericardium, heart, stomach, large intestine, triple heater, small intestine, bladder, liver. Okay. So for you tonight, Lisa, we're working with the cross-section between the stomach and the liver meridian. So I'll just grab out those tuning forks for you now. And I am just waiting, Lisa, for you to pop in the comments if you're left or right-handed. Otherwise, I'll go with where I'm guided for you. Okay. Okay. And so are we doing the vibration around the heart? Wonderful. Okay, so right. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. How many sounds? 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to do 2 sounds of the tuning fork, particularly focused around your heart chakra. So you'll see the tuning forks. I'm not tall enough for you, but it'll be focused around the heart chakra. So if you would like to get somewhere very comfortable, you won't need to see me. You can close your eyes, do whatever is going to make you feel most comfortable, and just really relax into the sound and the vibration of those tuning forks for you. Okay. Okay. So, Lisa, what came up for you tonight for an emotional balance was we were working with the water elements, the bladder meridian, and the emotion that was coming up indicating stress tonight was around anxiety. It was anxiety in the present time in relation to a situation, and there was an affirmation that we said there in order to help you recognize that. There was a bit of suppression going on with that. And then in order to help balance the stress around that emotion for you tonight, it was the vibration of the tuning forks, but in particular, the tuning forks for the meridian of the stomach and the liver. So it was the vibration of those two meridians around your heart chakra to help offer you some support tonight. So I hope that was of benefit for you and felt it release. Fabulous. Awesome. And I'm just going to end our connection now. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Okay. And so you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. And so, Nicole, you've come. Thank you very much. I'm glad you saw my sort of shout out earlier. And so, Nicole, you've just popped in there. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Lisa. So you popped in there, whatever is best for you at the moment, no problems at all. So what I'll do for you, Nicole, is I'll tune into your energy. And even as I'm sort of getting ready to tune and I'm starting to get goosebumps, so I think this is going to be a big one for you or the start of something anyway. So I'll just tune into your energy now. Wonderful. Okay. And so again, just checking those traditional Chinese medicine acupressure points just to make sure our connection is as strong as possible and the throat chakra has come up for you tonight. So as a collective tonight, the throat chakra seems to be coming up quite a lot for all of us. So I had it come up when I balanced myself before I went on the live as well. So there might be something in that. So it might be of benefit for those that would like to say, I am truth. I am truth. Bye, Lisa. Okay, so just checking your central meridian and your governing meridian. And hydration. Wonderful. Okay. So for Nicole tonight, are we doing, is it a chakra balance? Is it chakra? Is it emotion? Emotion? Chakra. Okay. So Nicole, they both indicated for you that they'd be of benefit, but it was the chakra balance that came up as the priority. So that's the one that we'll go with for you for tonight. Okay. All right. Okay, so Nicole, just scan through your chakras for you. So is it the crown, brow, throat? So the throat chakra indicated for you, heart, solar plexus. So the throat and the solar plexus chakra, Nicole. So throat, solar plexus, sacral, base. Okay, so it was the throat, the solar plexus chakra, and the base chakra that indicated for you tonight. Okay. All right. So we'll see which one is the priority for us to work with and offer you some support with tonight. So is the priority, is it the throat? Nope. Is it solar plexus? Nope. Is it base? Okay. So it's the base chakra that's coming up as the priority for you. So we'll dive into that one for you. Okay. So does Nicole need to say the affirmation? Yes. Once, twice. Okay. So Nicole, if you can please repeat after me, I am safe. I am safe. Okay. So the inward expression is the outward. Okay. And so it's stress around the outward expression of the base chakra. So I'll just dive into that a little bit more for you. Okay. And what came up for you, Nicole, was establishing a healthy routine. So I've got like a number of things that are all related to the outward expression of the base chakra. and that's the only one that indicated for you was establishing a healthy routine around your base chakra and grounding. So the base chakra is our foundational chakra, and having it in balance is what helps us to feel grounded. Yep, so it's indicating stress for you around feeling grounded. Helps us to feel grounded, safe, and secure. So there's stress showing for you around grounded, safe, and secure. So the root chakra, or the base chakra, has to do with our most fundamental needs, i.e. survival, food, and shelter, and a feeling of safety. And so the survival and the feeling of safety indicated for you. It can become blocked if you feel threatened, and that indicated for you, or if your basic survival feels at risk, and that indicated for you. It has to do with money, food, and shelter. So if this chakra is out of alignment, we can feel anxious, which indicated for you, fearful, uncertain, which indicated, and have a difficulty in concentrating. Okay. And so is there anything else that I can be offering Nicole tonight? Any information? Are we okay to move on to a balance? Okay, all right. So moving on to a balance for you, Nicole, to give you some support around that. So are we working with chakras? Is it chakras? Yeah, okay. So crown, brow, throat, throat. Okay, all right. So Nicole, what came up for you? I tuned into your energy, and it was the chakras that came up, the chakra balance that came up as the priority balance to offer you some support tonight. And it was working with the base chakra, and in particular the outward expression and establishing a healthy routine. And so as we sort of dove a little bit deeper into the base chakra, what else indicated for you was just not quite feeling grounded or safe or secure at the moment. And then to offer you some support with that, your innate intelligence has guided me to give you some support through your throat chakra. And if you remember, as I tuned into you, that was the chakra that indicated initially for us to get that closer connection. So if you can please say for me again, I am truth. I am truth. So Nicole, I definitely get the feeling that there's more support for you through your throat chakra. So if you've got, after this balance, if you've got any crystals that are associated with the throat chakra, or any essential oils, or like a blue scarf, like a light blue scarf, or anything like that, that you can sort of be having near or around you to give you that support or on you. And also, I'll check for you in a moment around meditation, a throat chakra meditation. Okay. All right. So let me just check for you. So meditation around the throat chakra, balancing the throat chakra. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Nicole, what's also come through for you is meditation around your throat chakra would be of benefit for you. So there's a number of different meditations that you can find online, but for you particularly focusing on a meditation around clearing and energizing your throat chakra. And then after you've done that, go out bare feet if you can, and stand in the garden on the ground, and just to ground that through, just to help start moving that through for you would be of benefit. So I hope that helped for you tonight. What I will do is just go back and check those other chakras that showed for you. So I'll just check base. Okay, so the base chakra is no longer indicating any stress. Solar plexus and throat. Okay, and so the other chakras are no longer showing any stress. But yes, if you do have time to do some of those suggestions, then that would continue to help you further after the balance tonight. So I hope that was of benefit for you tonight, and I'm just going to end our connection now. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. So for those of you that are just joining in, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognised kinesiologist, and I'm here Wednesday nights offering free at 8:30, offering free micro kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. So I have had the last 4 weeks off. So I was on some leave and then had a few little health issues. So in total, it's 4 weeks. It feels like a lifetime. So it's my absolute pleasure to be back with you all tonight. So if you have so if you have commented at the beginning that you would like a balance, can you please re-comment for me again? I just want to make sure that I do go where I'm guided, but just does help save some time in terms of sort of waiting for responses. So I did see somebody there before that I was drawn to, so I'm just going to all right. So Melissa, if you can please let me know if you are still with me tonight and what balance that you would like. So Melissa Miller, if you can please let me know if you are still with me. In the interim, I'm just going to keep pottering on just in case and just see. All right, so I'm just going to pop Melissa off. I'm not getting a response there, so I might have to duck away. So Nicole, thank you so much, John. I'm always amazed at how accurate this can be to what I'm feeling in the moment. You are more than welcome. You're more than welcome, Nicole. Okay. All right. So okay, so Mel Parks. Fantastic. Okay, so Mel, can you please let me know? I'm sure you've mentioned it in the comments. Please bear with me. They move pretty quickly. So if you wouldn't mind popping in the comments for me again, if you prefer a chakra balance, an emotional balance, and what I'll do is I'll start tuning into your energy while I'm waiting for that to come through. Okay. And if I don't get to you tonight and you are in need of some support, please know that I do offer Zoom balances as well as my face-to-face balances for clients. So please feel free to send me a PM from my Facebook page, which is Unleash Your Vitality Kinesiology. And I think the link is in the descriptor, whichever way that goes for you. And I do offer a range of different session times. So, you know, I can do like the micro kinesiology balance like I'm offering now. We could do a 30-minute, 60-minute or a 90-minute session, just depending upon what you feel that you might need. So please do feel free to reach out to me. I know a lot of us are going through quite a bit at the moment, depending upon where we are in the world. And, you know, it's nice to be able to access that support no matter where you are and no matter if you're able to get out and about or not. So know that you've got that option for you. Okay. All right. So Mel, you would like an emotional balance. No problems. Hi, Linda. How you doing? Okay. So my cat's just walked in and I've got cat fur going everywhere. How? Okay. So Mel. So Mel, I'm just going to tune into your energy now. Wonderful. Okay. And once again, just checking those traditional Chinese medicine acupressure points, just to make sure our connection is as strong as possible there, Mel, and just offering you some support through your heart chakra. So if you can please say for me, I am love. I am love. Okay, so now just checking your central meridian, that's coming up fine, and your governing. Wonderful. Okay, so Mel, from a kinesiology perspective, acute dehydration has indicated for you. And what that can mean is if we haven't had enough water throughout the day, or perhaps we've had more caffeinated beverages than we have had water. So if you wouldn't mind, if you've got some water nearby, if you wouldn't mind taking a sip and holding it in your mouth for 10 to 12 seconds, and I'll take a sip on this end as well. Okay. All right. Okay. So now an emotional balance. All right. Okay, so moving over to the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart. Mel, I'll just check which element, meridian, and core emotion is coming up for you tonight for some support. So I'm working with fire, earth, metal, water, wood, gallbladder, liver. Okay, so for you tonight, Mel, we're working with the wood element and the liver meridian. So I'll just go through and have a look at which core emotion is coming up for you tonight for some support. So so just checking in on you, and sometimes yeah, just offering you some additional support through your heart chakra there, Mel. So sometimes what can happen, and I've mentioned it in some previous lives, is you know, as we sort of get closer to something, we can kind of like be going, ee. So if you imagine it like, particularly when we're working with sort of emotions and diving deeper there. So it's a bit like if you imagine if you fell over and you grazed your arm and you had some gravel stuck in it, and then somebody was cleaning it and they started from the outside, you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But as they're getting closer to where, you know, you've taken the skin off and you've got some gravel kind of embedded, sort of inwards, you're kind of like going, like you're sort of leaning back away from it. You know it's going to happen, but it's kind of a bit like, ugh. And that's kind of what's happening for you, Mel, from an emotional perspective as we're diving a bit deeper. So as I'm checking in on you and as I'm getting the feeling, I can feel that you're needing some more support before we're able to dive a bit deeper. So I just gave you that through your heart chakra. So we'll just pop back and just see which is the core emotion that's coming up for you. Okay. Okay. So for Mel, okay. So Mel, what's coming up for you tonight is some stress around the emotion of distressed. So we'll dive into that a little bit deeper for you. Okay. So is it in the past? Is it in the past? Present? Future? Okay. So Mel, what's coming up is some stress around the emotion of distressed, and it's indicating in the past and the present, and to a smaller extent to the future. But the priority that's coming up for you is getting some support with clearing the stress around that emotion from the past. So if I could ask you, and if you wouldn't mind sharing, if you wouldn't mind popping your age, if that's okay, in the comments. And what I'd like to do is go back through your timeline from now backwards and pick up any incidences where your body has stored and your subconscious has stored stress around that emotion for you. Because what happens if I offer you a balance around that now, if it's, I might get 5%, and that might make you feel a little bit better. But then you only need 5% to click you back over again to feeling, you know, not as good as what you could. But if I go back through and pick up instances of where it's occurred in the past, then I can pick up more of that for you, and your balance will have more of an impact and be more supportive for you. So now I'm just waiting for that to come through, if that's okay. If you don't want to, also just let me know. Okay, 44. Okay, I was going to say you don't have to. You can just let me know that you don't want to do that. It's okay. So 44. Okay. Okay. So incidences of stress around the emotion of distress, 44. 44. Okay, so 44, 41, 40, 40 to 35, 40, 39, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35 to 30, 34 to 33, 32, 31, 30, 30 to 25, 29, 28, 27, 27, 25, 25 to 20, 22, 21, 20, 20 to 15, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 15 to 10, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 7, 5, 2, 1, past life. Okay, all right. So Mel, what I went through is and collected all incidences where your subconscious or your innate awareness has stored stress around the emotion of distress. In those younger years, when we're sort of absorbing that or storing that, it's usually something that we've taken on from for our primary caregiver. So it's not necessarily something that we've generated ourselves at that age, but it is something that we've taken on for the person that was looking after us the majority of the time during those younger years. And I also picked up some stress around the emotion of distress that's carried on from a past life. So I added that in for you. Okay. So is there anything that could be hindering Mel tonight? Okay. So I'll have an affirmation for you to say twice. So what's coming up when I looked at it to see if there's anything that might be hindering you from being able to release some of that stress tonight was just indicated some resistance. So once again, it's perfectly normal, right? As humans, we all have different ways of coping with different emotions, and it could be suppressing them, it could be resisting them, it could be denying them. In this particular instance, what's indicated for you is resistance. So we just need to acknowledge that stress around that emotion is there to enable you to be able to release some of that stress tonight. So if you can please say for me, we're going to say it twice. I surrender into the feeling of distress for my highest potential. So I surrender into the feeling of distress for my highest potential. Okay. So is there anything else that we need to add to the balance for Mel tonight? No. Indicate change if we're okay to move to a natural balance. Yes. Okay. And so is the balance, are we working with chakra? The chakra? Original stress release. It's an affirmation. Does it sound okay? Is it the tuning forks? Okay. So Mel, what's come up for you is for some support is the vibration of sound. But for you tonight, it's the Tibetan healing bowl. So just have a look at where we need to focus that vibration of sound for you. So it's around here. Okay. And for you, it's around the heart and solar plexus area. So I'm not tall enough, but sort of, you know, that sort of upper chest part. Yeah, definitely not tall enough. Okay. All right. Okay, and it'll be 2 sounds of the Tibetan healing bowl. So Mel, if you want to get somewhere comfortable, relax, close your eyes. If that feels right for you, just take a nice deep breath in and then let it all out. And really contract your stomach muscles so you're pushing all the air out so the next air is completely fresh into your body. Okay. So Mel, I am feeling a little bit of pressure around the solar plexus chakra. So that's around the chakra around maintaining your personal boundaries, both energetically and physically. So that might be something that you just want to keep in mind too in relation to this balance moving forward. Are you maintaining your personal boundaries and protecting your energetic space? Okay. All right. So Mel, tonight for your emotional balance, we were working with the wood element, the liver meridian, and the emotion that indicated for you to get some support with tonight was the emotion of distress. It was coming up in relation to the past. So we went back through your timeline and collected all the incidences where that stress around that particular emotion has been stored in your body or stored by your subconscious. There's an affirmation that we said together in order to help you, I guess, acknowledge it. So there was some bit of resistance around acknowledging that stress around that particular emotion. And then to offer you some balance and support tonight was the vibration of the Tibetan healing bowl, in particular around your heart and solar plexus chakras. But I am very much getting the feeling for you that some more thought might be of benefit for you around that solar plexus chakra. So really about maintaining your personal boundaries, not just physically, but energetically as well. So just to be looking after yourself in that way. So I hope that was of benefit for you tonight, Mel. And I'm just going to end our connection now. Wonderful. Okay, fantastic. All right. So I am here every Wednesday night offering free micro kinesiology balances around chakras and emotions. If I haven't been able to get to you in tonight's live, please also feel free to reach out to me via my Facebook page. The link is in the descriptor, whichever way that is, an advice. And please do feel free to send me a message and we can definitely organise an appointment to offer you some support. As I mentioned earlier, it's actually because of this wonderful community that I sort of opened up for the shorter time frame for the balances, offering a balance much similar to what I offer on the Facebook Live for those of you that are after the micro kinesiology or sort of a tune-up balance like what I do tonight. But there's also 30 minutes, 60 minute or hour and a half, depending upon how much support you feel you might need. And I do offer balances both face-to-face and via Zoom. So please do feel welcome to reach out to me if you're wanting some additional support. As I mentioned, across the world, we're all going through quite a bit at the moment for various reasons, and it's wonderful to be able to have a support network that you can tap into no matter where you are, and no matter who that is for you, as long as you've got somebody that is able to be there for you and you've got some options there. So Mel, you're very welcome. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be back again tonight. And I look forward to seeing you all again next Wednesday night, 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care. Please do feel free to pop over to my Facebook page. I've got some very cool stuff there and some amazing videos that might be of interest for you around meridians and just some cool information. Feel free to come on over and say hello. Anyway, take care, everybody, and I will see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.